Now, can we talk about this Cardi B story for a second? Cardi B is someone I haven't covered in like 5 years, but this recent story that's kind of going viral, I think is really important to talk about. So yeah, let's talk about it. Now, Cardi B, it's been a little while since I spoke about Cardi B. Honestly, I don't really keep up with Cardi B like that. Don't really care to since I'm not a fan, but this story right here is something that's kind of hard to ignore. A lot of you guys might have heard or seen something about it already, but let's talk about it though. So this story right here involves Cardi B and a YouTuber that goes by the name of Tasha K. Tasha K is, like I said, a YouTuber. She mainly covers celebrity gossip, is one of those, they call them tea bloggers. So essentially someone who spills the tea on celebrity gossip, right? Back in 2018, Tasha K dropped a YouTube video that's since then been deleted on Cardi B. This video was starring the host herself, Tasha K, and a former friend of Cardi B. Now, multiple claims were made in this video by both Tasha K and Cardi B's former friend. Some of those claims were she's a drug addict, she does hard drugs, she's a prostitute who has STDs, herpes, she cheated on her husband, Offset, etc. Some other claims she made, and I quote, Cardi B fucked herself with beer bottles on stripper stages. Now, mind you, these claims have, as of today, all been proven false, but Tasha K was spewing all this like it was facts, which ended up backfiring, but we'll get to that.
And I'm gonna sue that blogger because I'm sick of it gathering all my fucking information, bitch. You wanna keep harassing me? You wanna keep harassing my friends? You wanna keep making shit up? Alright then, bitch. I'm gonna take all your fucking bread.
Now, that was a response from Cardi B to Tasha K in 2018, where, as you could hear, she made it very clear that she would, in her own words, take all of her bread in the court of law, which did end up happening. Sometime after that response, in 2019, Cardi B decided to sue Tasha K over all these false claims she made about her. On January 10, around 3 weeks ago, the trial finally kicked off and Tasha K got taken to court by Cardi B. Cardi B took the stand in court and offered her testimony to a judge. This is what she said. I felt extremely suicidal, Cardi B said, adding that she felt helpless as KB, a celebrity news blogger who goes by the name of Tasha K, continued to broadcast alleged lies about the star to KB's nearly 1 million YouTube followers. The rapper said she had also developed fatigue, anxiety, weight loss, and migraines. So these claims obviously had a very negative impact on Cardi B's mental state, which I don't doubt for a second. Now, Tasha K at some point apparently admitted that she knowingly published these lies about Cardi B, but then retracted her statement after her attorneys checked her. Now, in the end of this trial, Cardi B came out on top in his case, so she took the W in the court of law. The jury sided with Cardi, and Tasha K was held liable for invasion of privacy through portrayal in a false light and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Now, as far as compensation for Cardi B, well, she is gonna get millions and millions of dollars in damages, so Tasha K is the one who's gonna pay up. Exactly how much money are we talking, by the way? Shit. We're talking close to $4 million. As far as the breakdown of that $4 million, it's medical expenses for Cardi, all the legal expenses and attorney fees as well. So this is an expensive ass case for Tasha K. I mean, Cardi B obviously doesn't need the money. She's a successful multimillionaire who's worth, I don't know, at least 20 million. The money she's getting is chump change in comparison to what she really makes. But Cardi B is clearly just trying to make an example of Tasha K, which that brings us to my take on this entire thing. I'm not a Cardi B fan by any means, but I gotta say, I'm happy that she won this. Here's the thing, man. You can't make up a bunch of blatant lies about people, celebrity or not, and expect to get away with it. Even though this is my first time hearing about Tasha K, I checked out her channel. She clearly has an influential platform. And that video she made about Cardi B, by the way, that shit went viral. It was a really big video that reached a lot of people. It was so big to the point that it managed to have a negative impact on Cardi B's reputation, to the point where a mass of people took everything that was said in that video as truth. So Cardi B talking about I was suicidal and this and that, I actually don't doubt anything she said. Yeah, she probably spiced it up a little, added a little salt and pepper and paprika and onions to the mix, but that's what everybody does when they're trying to beat a case in the court of law. I don't for a second doubt that it had a negative impact on her mental though. At the end of the day, man, Cardi B got kids. She's a mother, and you don't want your kids to buy into a bunch of lies when they're grown up and they're on the internet looking up things about you. The crazy thing about this case, by the way, is the fact that it didn't really have to go this far. I'm saying that because according to Tasha K herself, Cardi B apparently privately hit her up like 2 years ago trying to settle this thing behind the scenes. Now, Tasha K wasn't having all that. She decided to take it to the internet by disclosing this information and said that she's not willing to settle this. And as a matter of fact, Cardi B, you're gonna pay me. That's what she said.
You dumb bitch. You ain't gonna be able to shut me up. You wanna shut me up? Let me tell you how to shut me up. Pay me, bitch. Pay me. Pay me.
So she could have gotten out of this unscathed, but her pride got the best of her, and now she's in a place where she's required to pay millions and millions of dollars to a millionaire who doesn't even need the money. You know, it's one thing to criticize someone. I've done plenty of that on here, but I leave it at criticism. Not only because I'm not trying to get sued, but making up a bunch of lies about someone you don't know, it's not the right thing to do morally. It's just not the right way to operate. At the end of the day, man, you can't say anything and everything and expect to get away with it. Especially when those words hurt real people, especially when you're an influential content creator. I mean, as a content creator, the bare minimum for doing what you're doing is to not make up a bunch of lies. Actually, you're supposed to present facts and go from there. And if you're not sure whether or not something is true, you make it very clear that you're not sure it's true. Pretty simple, but Tasha K didn't do that. She foolishly slandered Cardi B for whatever reason, most likely for clicks and views, which a lot of people do, by the way, but I don't think I've ever seen a worse case than this. I mean, we're talking taking things out of thin air and presenting those things as cold hard facts. Good on Cardi B for being so motivated to get justice on this. I think she was completely in the right here. But yeah, Cardi B sues YouTuber for millions and wins. Any thoughts on this entire story? Like we covered, a YouTuber by the name of Tasha K made a video on Cardi B where she made up a bunch of lies about her, lies that had a negative effect on her reputation. Cardi B ended up pursuing legal action. She beat the case, Tasha K lost, and the price for Tasha K's words is close to $4 million. Was it worth it? I don't think it was, but maybe she disagrees. Any thoughts on it? Definitely let me know in the comment section below, and let's have a discussion about this.